Welcome to the first video of my Artist Way journey. We're outside today. Welcome to the lake. Over the next 12 weeks, I'll be working through Julia Cameron's beautiful book, The Artist's Way, which is all about unlocking creativity and reconnecting with your creative self. I'd love for you to join me on this journey. Out of respect for the author, I won't be sharing every detail of the book, so I highly recommend for you to grab a copy for yourself if you want to follow along. I've tried to complete this book a couple of times now, and I thought by making this a series it would help to hold me accountable, because I actually really want to finish it. That would be beautiful. We can hold each other accountable, guys. And it would be nice to share our experiences in the comments, like how did your first week go? What did you learn? What did you find difficult? Etc, etc. Each week I'll share my progress, challenges, and learnings. Starting with week 1, recovering a sense of safety. Essentially rebuilding trust in yourself as a creative person. Becoming more self-aware of the critical thoughts you're having and learning how to quiet them. The 2 key tools the book introduces are the morning pages and the artist date. Morning pages are 3 pages of free writing you do every morning to clear your mind. The artist date is a solo date with yourself, so going to a museum, going to an art gallery, sitting out in nature, drawing. The morning pages are done daily and the artist date is done weekly. And this is the whole time throughout the course. There are some extra tasks throughout the book that I plan to pick and choose throughout the week and see what feels right. It says in the book that if you have any pushback on doing any of the tasks, like you're like, oh, I really don't want to do that one, that's the one you should do. So do the ones that are most interesting and do the ones that you really do not want to do. I've been creatively stuck for a while now, caught in a web of self-doubt, self-criticism, and a lack of confidence. One of the biggest things that's holding me back is the pressure to have a distinct style and feeling like I don't have one. Every time I create something, it feels like something's off and it's not quite where I want my art to be. Because of that, I've stopped nurturing my inner artist. I've kind of gone more into photography and videography, which has been a nice escape. Since those are newer mediums to me, I don't feel as much pressure in like having a style or anything like that. I'm sort of just doing whatever feels good and going with the flow and having fun, which is the way it should be, the way art should be. But I feel like the more I get better at art, the more I'm like, okay, I know I have the potential to make what I want to make, but I just end up so unsatisfied with each product because it's not exactly where I want to go with it. I don't know. And I want to get out of that mindset. Like I want to be able to create and not care where the end product ends up, but I care so much. I don't know how to get rid of that. I really want to hone in on being creative with paints, pencils, and all that again. I'm doing a tattoo apprenticeship at the moment. I'm about to start actually getting in clients. So that's also pushed me to create a new flash sheet, which has been nice. I've been really enjoying drawing that. I don't know, it's like, it doesn't feel like my art per se, because it's kind of different, like it's a tattoo. But it's been nice to get in the drawing routine again. This is also like a good get out of your comfort zone thing for me. Like I'm sitting in a park by myself while people are walking around and just watching me. Like there has been so many diverse types of people, old men, young boys, middle-aged men, a family currently behind the camera, which is kind of daunting, but also I feel uncomfortable, and I think that's good. I was very nervous to do this, and it would be nice once I like get comfortable and can just like fully not give a fuck that people are watching me record myself. Like I'm just telling myself this is a uni assignment, like I don't want to do this, it's the uni assignment. Action. Hello. It is another day. It is actually the last day of this entire year. What the fuck? I've been going good with my morning pages. I have quite small writing, so I don't know if it's cheating, but I haven't been doing 3 pages. I kind of feel a bit overwhelmed. I've been trying to figure out what to do for my artist date, which I plan to do that today. The weather is very cloudy today. I wanted to do something outside, but it is so hot and it's cloudy. So I'm like, if it's cloudy, I feel like I should do something inside. And then when it's sunny, I take advantage of the sun and do something outside. You know what I mean? Just to mix things up. I started getting really overwhelmed because I'm like, there are so many options and I don't know which one to pick and I'm very indecisive. I was gonna go to the lake and then I walked to the elevator and I saw the clouds and I was like, whoa. I thought I'd sit out here. I've never actually sat out here before. It seems that inspiration has already struck. I'm on my date with myself. Welcome. We're on a date. I hope you're having a good time. I was looking at the clouds. I saw these 3 birds come from behind the cloud. They are really big and grand at the moment. So the birds were so small, like I could barely see them. And it just gave a feeling of the world is so big. We are so small, you know, very introspective. Thought maybe I could paint something like that. Just basically all clouds and the tiny little birds. I'm sorry for the camera shift. My SD card ran out of storage and I didn't realize that it had stopped filming. Feeling very grateful to be out here. I've only been out here a couple of times now. This is my 2nd time and wowza. I'm gonna come out here all the freaking time now. I think I've decided that each artist day is going to be outside for the most part. I really just want to get outside more and do more things that fill my cup, and this definitely is one of those things that is filling my cup right now. And it's so simple, like I'm literally just on my rooftop. It's just so perfect. I'm so grateful. Artist Way, thank you so much for giving me this blessed opportunity. This never would have happened, so thank you, Julia Cameron. I feel like our date's going really well right now. There's a lot of chemistry between us. Like, you are making a fuck ton of eye contact and it's kind of freaking me out a bit, but I kind of like it. But I think I'm just gonna journal, read, play my little cymbals and my singing bowl, cloud watch, maybe meditate a little bit, bird watch. I'll report back to you soon. You join me at a waterfall. I wanted to do like a wrap up, an overview of how I found my first week has been. I'm feeling a little anxious today, to be completely honest with you, and I just thought it would be healthy for the soul and mind to get outside, get some fresh air. I'd say week 1 of the Artist Way has been eye-opening. It forced me to dig deep and uncover some blocks I didn't even know were there, which is daunting but also exciting because progression. The most revealing exercise for me was uncovering my blurts. At first I didn't think I had many, and I thought the ones that I did have, I had already uncovered. Once I started journaling and reflecting, others began to surface. I realized these blurs were shaping the way I viewed my art in ways that I hadn't fully acknowledged. Like, I kind of always knew they were there, but I didn't pay any attention to them, and I just kind of thought they were the truth. I thought it might be helpful to share a few of mine and share the realizations I've had while working through them. Hopefully they help you, because I feel like blurts are so hard to figure out. Like, what is a blurt? What is just the truth? So my first blurt was, in order to be a successful artist, I need to have a distinct style. This is one that I've known about for a while, but I've always just seen it as the truth, which I feel like there is truth to it. But artists evolve, people don't know their style for ages, and it's okay to not know your style yet. Like, this is the experimentation phase. It should be enjoyable. I've realized this all ties back to putting too much pressure on myself. I'm trying to unlearn that. I'm trying to learn to just have fun and not expect so much of the outcome. My second blurt is everything I create has to be perfect. I didn't realize it was a blur. I just had this block. Didn't want to make anything because everything I made didn't feel good enough. It was kind of nice to notice this pressure I was putting on myself. I'm the only one holding myself to that expectation. It stops you from even wanting to create anything, which is really sad. You learn something valuable from every piece you create, whether I like something, whether I don't like something, whether it sparks an idea for something else, and if I'm just not doing anything, then I'm not progressing. Blurt number 3, loose styles are beautiful when created by others, but my work has to be realistic to be good. This one is frustrating because I hold a different standard to myself than I do to others. Like, I always look at other people's work and I admire it so much, and I'm like, oh my god, I would love to do something like that. But then when I do it, I get so caught up in the details and I'm like, no, it has to look realistic. And when I look at others' work, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But if I made that exact same piece, I would be so critical of it. What the fuck? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. The morning pages became a space to work through these blurts. A couple days ago, I had quite a bad morning. By writing it all out, I found it helped me to get out of my head, and I was able to think about it logically rather than emotionally. I am known to get stuck in a spiral, and I feel like journaling just like gets you out of that spiral, and you're able to see the situation for what it is. While the morning pages helped me to clear my mind and sort out everything that was swirling around in my head, the artist state was a nice reminder of how much alone time and filling your cup can impact your mental. I feel I normally push that to the side for the sake of being productive and feeling good through being productive, rather than feeling good by just having a nice time and relaxing. My artist state was lovely. I felt really safe and content within myself, which I haven't felt for quite a while. I'm really excited to do more dates. I felt like it brought me closer to myself and to nature, which I love. A notable challenge that happened this week would be when I posted an Instagram reel of my tattoo I did recently. I absolutely love this tattoo, but the reel didn't do well. I started convincing myself that if the reel didn't perform well, that means my art isn't good, which is a blurt I uncovered during this experience. I'm trying to remind myself that an Instagram post doesn't define the value of my art. I've been struggling with Instagram as a whole for quite a while, and I just tend to avoid it altogether. Journaling was a big help. The next morning, I found myself still thinking about it, and once I just journaled it all out and thought about it logically, I was able to just move on with my day, and I just started being productive, doing my to-do list, which made me feel better. Grounding myself and stepping away from the screen was a massive help as well. That's it for this week though. I hope you enjoyed. Join along, comment your journey below, what you learned, what you did for your artist day, any realizations you had. I'll see you next week, where the focus is on recovering a sense of identity. Yay!